Division. What are the names of the numbers used in a division problem? Well, the first thing, we have something called the divisor. The divisor is what you are splitting or dividing the number by. So an example of a divisor would be if I had the problem 24 divided by 6 equals 4. 6 would be considered the divisor because that's what you're dividing 24 by. The next thing we have is the dividend. The dividend is the number that's getting split up. It's the total, if you will. It's the largest number there. So in 24 divided by 6 equals 4, 24 would be the dividend. Quotient. Quotient is the answer you get when you divide. So no matter which factor it is, because these are still factors when you multiply, the answer is always called the quotient. So even if I went 24 divided by 4 equals 6, 6 would then be the quotient. But in this problem, 4 is the quotient because it's the answer. So let's look. What are the symbols used? Division sometimes uses different symbols. So let's look at all the different symbols that are used for division. We have this one that we've been using in class so far. But sometimes division problems are written this way, with a house, I call it a house, or a bar. And so 24 divided by 6 is still how you would read the problem. And the answer would go on top. So if I were to write the answer to this problem, instead of it going alongside, you would write it right on top, just like that. Sometimes division is written as a fraction bar. So this bar right here means 24 divided by 6. You would write the answer right beside it, just like you would for any other. So you would write 4 right beside it. Sometimes when it's typed out, you might see the fraction bar looking like this. This is the accurate or the correct way to make the fraction bar straight across. But sometimes when people type it, it looks like this. So all of these are division problems. They're just used in different ways with different symbols, but they all mean the exact same thing. What is a tape diagram, and how is it related to arrays? A tape diagram is just taking an array and kind of having a drawing around it that sort of looks like a taping. So if you look at this tape diagram, I am displaying 24 divided by 6. And so when you look at the array here, you will see that I still have 6 rows. If you count them, there are still 6 going across. And I still have 4 columns. It's just that now my columns are drawn neatly inside of rectangles or inside a tape diagram. So what I notice about this tape diagram is that it looks exactly like an array, except it has lines drawn around it to give me neater columns or more defined columns. But this is more about division that you should know.